there's winz. It's your boy Wonderful, Ian Wallace, Primo Tino, in the building. Got battle. Kind of what we do here. Battle. A lot of fighting going on. Right. Got some privileges. I'm actually really excited about this one right here because it's more the newer rebirth and Marvel continuity. I like the fact that both of these teams have developed and are coming to their own. That there's a lot of hype behind the newer the first side of the DC team. Is a lot of hype behind the newer team because it's like a lot of the characters have been revamped and I guess redone, not redone, but revamped. And the stories are being told a little bit differently. The power sets, skill sets are a little bit different. So there's a lot of hype behind that one. And the Marvel team is a classic. Everybody loves them. They've been around since I mean, wow, we talking big block editor days with Peter Parker when he had the funny Spider-Man suit on and the brown head. Like there was no McFarlane art or nothing. I'm talking way back. Defender's been around a long time. So let's get into the Defenders versus the Outsiders Rebirth. Conditions. Where is this one gonna go down? This one's gotta go down. I mean, where's a good venue for this one? I mean, we're talking these are the street teams right here. These are the promo teams, the street teams right here.
I don't know what haven't we done as far as
venues. Yeah, we've been all over the universes, the new all over that alternate universes and some of the different places. So, conditions. Venue could be something urban, I guess.
I feel like it's only fitting.
Okay.
For both teams.
So let's do you know what? Dragon Ball Z venues. A lot of anime venues haven't been used. Where was the Cell Games held at?
The Cell Games?
Where was that held at?
I mean, that was held on. That was I believe my memory serves me correctly. It was on Earth, but he built that shit.
He built the Cell Stadium.
Yeah, he was like, yo, y'all go do y'all thing. I'm gonna build this stadium. Then y'all come back in a couple days. Y'all go ahead and train or whatever. When y'all ready to come catch this fade, y'all got about, I think he gave him like 10 days or something like that.
Okay.
He was like, y'all can come back.
10-day limit.
Yeah, he was like, y'all can come. He was like, y'all go ahead and train.
Put your hands on hold for 10 days.
I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong on the limit that he gave him, but he gave him a little bit of time to train. He was like, I'm gonna build this little ring real quick, and y'all come back and catch this fade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do let's do the Cell Stadium on Dragon Ball Z version of Earth.
Alright.
Let's do that. Cell Stadium.
Cell Game Stadium.
All powers and abilities are applicable. All weapons and gadgets. This one's gotta be. This is bad. This is the Outsiders versus the Defenders, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, I mean.
So are they going? Are they going like Civil War battle?
Yeah, like hamburger French fry right in the middle of the airport. We don't care about you for we don't give a 747 flying jet fuel about none of what you got going on. Yeah, this is going down. This is it. This is they meeting up and it's going down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if there was gonna be any like
no precursor, no snacks, none of that. If you don't have your concessions together right now, you're gonna miss it.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, it's going down. They're gonna meet up and have at it in the middle of the Cell Stadium.
Okay.
So we got the Defenders, which actually we might want to go through rosters on this one. Normally we don't do team rosters because if you don't know the rosters of the teams we're telling you, you shouldn't be watching this video. Straight up. So we don't normally do rosters because we assume you know, but on this one, the DC team's kind of new, and we added a Defender to the Marvel side. So let's do rosters. The Defender side we have
Daredevil. Mr. Jones.
Right.
Luke Cage.
Right.
Iron Fist.
Okay.
And our wild card for that one is Frank Castle.
Exactly. We got the Punisher riding with the Defenders. So, I mean, what can go wrong? What can possibly go wrong? I mean, it's just one of the most violent people in New York City getting down one of the more powerful street teams in New York City. I mean, I'm not mad at you.
Quite pleased.
Francis Castle. Don't call him Francis, though. You don't like that.
You don't like that.
I'm going to call him Frank.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, his money. Keep the thing on.
Yeah.
The outsiders. Outsiders, I'm gonna go ahead and go on record real quick. I'm gonna steal 2 seconds to say this. The Outsiders have always been one of my more favorite teams in DC. Not so much like the Justice League or your Justice Society or you know, more like the Bat Family, more of those teams like that stood out, the Teen Titans. Those teams are more top echelon, they stood out. The reason why the Outsiders were such a big deal for me is because they were the Outsiders, and there's a lot to do with the name of that group that has to do with what they do. The Outsiders were basically like hunters. They were more effective about going after threats versus waiting for the Joker to blow up City Hall. They went looking for them. Like, that was their thing. Like, while Justice League was doing Justice League Planetary and Universal threats and stopping the big bads, the Outsiders were on the ground, kind of like not waiting. They were like, okay, if so and so is at large, let's go find him. Versus waiting for him to have a building full of hostages, and then we got to deal with that. So they were hunters, and I really like and appreciate that aspect of that team. And I think that they kept it very solidified with that aspect throughout the different changes to the team. It's had many, many members throughout the years. So I just wanted to shout out to that. If you haven't read any of the older Outsider stuff or any of the stuff that's been coming up before the Rebirth stuff, check the Outsiders out. You will love some, especially with Nightwing was leaving. Check out the Outsiders. You'll definitely want to know what's up. And this newer team of Outsiders has, yeah, right. They stacked the deck on this one. Black Lightning was actually a member of the older team. When he had the afro and the yellow and white and blue suit with the pimp collar. Everybody had the pimp collar. Dick Grayson started that, just so y'all know. They call him Pimp Collar Dick. Yes. So he was the one who started that big pimp collar stuff. But back then, Black Lightning had that, before he had an overhaul on his outfit, he was a member of that team. So it's awesome that they still got him front and center. So Black Lightning, Katana, Orphan from the Bat Family, Cassandra Cain. Who else was it? There's 2 more. Batman, right?
Signal.
And Signal. Yeah, a lot of stars on this one. Bios, real quick. I mean, there's so many people, we can't really go over a lot of, like, all of every single bio. I mean, but these are such staple characters. You know these people. You know Daredevil. You know Punisher. You know Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. You know these people. You know their power sets. More likely, there's not really much to tell. I feel like the only bios you would really have to go into would be Signal or Orphan, because these are the only 2 people out of both teams that aren't really known. So real quick, we'll go over a few things about Signal and Orphan. Signal, very interesting character. Duke Thomas is a very interesting character. He came out in the at the end of the New 52 universe as kind of a protagonist in the Batman universe. He's a young man. His parents were caught in an attack when Joker attacked the city during Endgame, and they were infected. Batman captured his parents and kept them in a cell, trying to cure them from the Joker venom. Duke Thomas then, with a bunch of kids from the street in Gotham City, formed their own little Robin team of Robins. And then it kind of caught Batman and the rest of the Bat family. They started trying to keep these kids from getting themselves killed out here on the street, but these guys were affected. So they ended up training a few of them and then putting the rest of them in the Gotham Academy and kind of pulling them. The Bat family kind of has a roster in training on the low that nobody knows about in that Gotham Academy. So check that out as well. But Duke Thomas ended up going through a lot of different things, and then Bruce Wayne decided to take him directly under his wing, kind of as a Robin-esque protege, but without giving him the Robin moniker and the title and the colors and stuff. So that Bruce trained him. but something about Signal on Duke Thomas. He's a metahuman. He didn't know he was a metahuman until training with Batman. He started to learn that he had these powers. Well, he's able to mess with his tangibility or manipulate his tangibility during the daytime so that it's like you can't see him. Like Predator armor almost. Like the Predator camouflage. Like that. He's able to do something like that during the daytime. And he has precognitive thinking. He can see how things play out. When he's in that form, he can actually see how things play out around him in a way where it kind of gives him an advantage to know what's going to happen in the room before. I know it's limited to while he's in that state, and it doesn't last very long. Like he's only in that state for a little while, and then while he's in that state, he's trying to figure out what to do, and then he does it. But master martial artist, all the martial arts weapon training, and that one metahuman power. Excellent detective, very agile. Was able to keep up with Dick Grayson in the fight before he was trained by Batman. Him and Dick had a scrimmage at the top because he was like the leader of the Robin scheme, and with Dick Grayson being the original Robin, it had to have been them two. So it was kind of dope that they got into a scrimmage on the top of a rooftop in Endgame. But yeah, he held his own against Dick Grayson with no training. That's something. He had to actually. Of course, Dick wasn't trying to go hard or nothing, but at the same time, even Dick was like, "Wow, this guy, he's got some skill," and that's what kind of made Bruce nod towards him and pull him under his wing. Now, Orphan. Cassandra Cain, I don't know how else to put this. The storyline, you're going to have to check it out yourself, Batman and Robin Eternal. Please check that out. It was one of my favorite stories in New 52, period. So check it out. I can't tell you nothing else about it because there's so much intricate Bat family stuff going on in that storyline. But Cassandra Cain ends up being the daughter of Shiva, Woozen, Lady Shiva, and a guy named David King. And she ends up being their child, and she has the ability. She didn't learn how to talk. No one taught her how to talk, but she learned how to talk later on in life as an adult. She didn't know how to speak like actual words. But the language that she learned was body language. She can read a person's body so acutely that she knows when they're going to move before they move. And she's a master martial artist to the degree where Batman admitted not being able to take her in a fight one-on-one. Before he ever trained her or had her under his wing, he knew that this girl was so dangerous that not even he could beat her. So I don't even know how to calculate how thoroughly trained and how skilled this girl is, but it's to a level that it has never been seen in the DC universe. So keep your eye on Cassandra Cain as well. Outside of that, you got the Batman-led Defenders, with I would say the Daredevil-led Defenders. I'm sorry, the Outsiders. Batman-led Outsiders versus the Daredevil-led Defenders. Fighting in the Cell Stadium, Earth and the Dragon Ball Z universe. Use your thumbs. Vote. I need to know who's going to take this.
Drop some info too.
Yeah, be looking out for my response on this one because I think I'm gonna have a lot to say on this one. This could go any way, honestly. So, yeah, who dares wins? That's kind of why we're gathered today. Just to find out who dares wins.
This is the reason why we have gathered here today and talk about these scraps.
Gotta have scraps.
Yeah, scraps.
If not, everybody would be friendly, holding hands, and skipping through the
field. You love fisticuffs.
That's what it means, couplets.
Is that what it means, couplets?
I think so, because if you got the fist meets at the end of the couple, then you have to have something to keep it tight.
Okay.
In case you ever want to get into some fisticuffs, keep the cufflinks off. That's why you take them off when you fight. You see a guy taking his cufflinks off, that means you're going to catch the hands.
Okay.
Who dares wins? Vote.
I don't know if that's right. But it makes sense.
It's probably not right. Half of this, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? I don't normally do this because, you're adoring public. I'm going to be honest with you. Half of the stuff I say you should Google. But I don't even know what I'm talking about. So please do your research. Google's your friend, bro. Google's your friend. Check it out. Who did his wins? Your boy wonderful Ian Lawrence. Primo Tino. Hey, back from a long vacation. Come on, man. Go. See you in the next battle. Stay tuned.
Easy.